welcome back. Today we're going to start off by trying to find a scientist, because as you saw in the previous episode, we are expanding our base. So the next step is to find a scientist, and we received a notification that the scientist is in a different system than we are currently in, and that you can actually see on the galaxy map. So that's what we're going to do right now. Head into space, open up the galaxy map, and see where that scientist is hiding. I did try to prepare for this episode by doing a little bit of farming, because we were kind of broke. As you could see in the last episode, it was pretty embarrassing. I'm going to try to sell some stuff. Okay. Yeah, looks like we ran into, I think they are called Derelict Freighters. Normally you can explore these. I'm not going to do that right now, because basically what I'm going to do is focus on the scientist. And let's see where he is. We got a notification again about the black hole. We've had that before. Right. I believe he was up here somewhere. Okay. There he is. He's usually hiding in the space station, or hiding. He's just located in the lounge. So that's where we're going right now. As I was saying, I did try to prepare by farming a little bit. I have some items on me that I would like to sell. Oh. Always interesting. In some cases you run into an asteroid belt that has, for example, platinum in it, and also new resources, because they released a new patch, patch 4.0, and you will notice some differences, but mostly it's about they revamped the whole inventory system. It's I like it. It makes a lot more sense this way. They made sure that the game can now be played on Switch, and they are really making that a top priority for the game to be accessible on all different kind of platforms. I know it's accessible on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox, a whole bunch of Xboxes. Yeah, so patch 4.0 is really a revamp of the inventory system. There's some other stuff. For example, the menu looks different. You can do also custom difficulty in your game. This video is not really about the upgrade. It just it didn't mess up with the save file, so we can simply continue playing, so that's great. I will show quickly what has changed. So for example, the catalog has changed. They changed the layout, where it's a little bit overwhelming at first, but you can actually, it's all nicely divided now. The options are more. You can do the difficulty settings, where you can set your settings for your game that you're playing. And you can set it in such a way that it's way more relaxing or way more hardcore, whatever you prefer. It's really, really, really interesting. For the rest, the inventory system, let me quickly show that. There used to be 3 tabs here. For example, in the exosuit, it was cargo, technology, and another cargo. It never really made sense to me why there was one cargo and then another cargo, so they took that away. Also, the technology can no longer be placed in the cargo slots themselves. This was not really an exploit, but something that they were working on. They wanted that removed, because you might remember that you could actually put the technologies modules in the cargo slot, where you have a lot more space. To me, it never made any sense. I didn't understand why that was possible, because there is a technology tab for a reason. So that was all changed. It kind of hurt the people that were playing for a long time and had a lot of technology, because they are no longer able to use them all. Another big difference is that you can actually package up technology. If you look at here, X will convert the technology to a deployable package, and that is fantastic. The reason for this is that when you buy a new starship, you normally would kind of have to dismantle this. You get the wire loom and the raw materials back. But now you can actually turn most of these into a package, which you can then apply to your new starship. which is really great, and especially for your multi-tool, of course. So instead of having to, for example, this one, now you can package it. Then formerly, or previously, you would have to dismantle this, and you would have to find a new one or buy a new one, which can be like a pain in the butt. So overall, there are still some glitches that they're working out. Every patch comes, of course, with a couple of glitches. They already did a quick update, as far as I know, because there was some issues with the crafting of items. You could only craft one item instead of a whole stack, and they did a quick fix for that, as far as I know. But either way, it's not about the patch. It's really about our adventure, and you'll just notice the differences. But it's nothing really major, I would say. It's not going to affect our gameplay too much. They made the images and graphics more interesting, especially from the the spaceport, space station, and also the teleport. You will see that later. So more of a cosmetic effect there. We need to find a scientist. Where's he at? He's actually not in the lounge, I don't think. He's standing right there. He's very happy, very excited. So we're going to put him to work. Also, I'm going to sell my stuff now. Let me show you quickly what all I have on me. Instead of using the salvage data for research purposes, I'm actually going to sell them. Because I really need some money. I really need to upgrade my multi-tool. I have a multi-tool that is the basic one. I cannot add any upgrades, any adjustments to it. It's very annoying. So I'm willing to sell my salvage data. I did some farming for this. For the rest, I have some modules ready if I can find a new multi-tool. And this is also stuff that I'm going to sell. So we have 59 right now. Let me see what we end up with. So we have 3.2 million. The only thing I can pray for, and I did not check this before the episode, is that maybe there's going to be a nice multi-tool. So that we can upgrade that. Couple achievements, because we made so much money. It's actually not too bad. It has a lot of slots. It's an A class, so let's see if we can even afford this thing. Oh boy. The 4 million one. I honestly would not even spend 4 million on this because I'm not really happy about the number of slots. What I would get for 4 million. For 2 million it would be okay, but you pay mostly for the A class, which does a lot more damage and, well, has better scanner range. No, that's not slightly disappointing. How many nanas do we have? Okay, we have enough nanas, so I can check this guy to see if he at least has an upgrade for us. Scanner module will take. Scanner blastables. I would like the beam. No, that's fine. This is the new animation for the teleport. Instead of going to the base, to the scientist, I do want to look around a little bit to see if we can find an upgraded multi-tool. Frankly, I prefer a multi-tool that is class C with a lot of open slots instead of an A with less open slots for the same price, because the C I can upgrade myself. And I just want really to get a lot of slots, as many slots as possible. Now that's a B class with a lot of slots, so we very likely cannot afford this. 3.3. Wow. Well. This actually comes with a damage modification on it. And upgrades. Wow, this is really good. We're really close. So 110. I don't think I have anything that I could sell for that. Have anything on me that is... Well, maybe this... No. I don't have anything that is that kind of value. Painful. No, gold, not even. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Because we can always get gold. Plenty of asteroid fields around. Yeah, that should be okay. Oh, it's actually very exciting. Let's go in here. Okay. Well, gold is on the ship, right? Okay. Sell it along. Shouldn't be enough, right? I know, I'm sorry, this is a little bit time consuming, but at least you can see the process of how you get a new multi-tool and what I kind of look for. And we're pretty much back to where we were. We now have 164. I'm gonna make my way back to base and speak to the scientists, and I will be right back, guys. Alright, guys. The scientist is at his station. Still gonna talk to him a little bit. He's complimenting our base. He's so happy. Alright. So how can he help us out? He's first gonna teach us the blueprints for lubricant and acid, which we're gonna need later on to create and craft stuff. Now he wants us to get marrow bulb and cobalt. And those two items are usually found in the caves. So I'm gonna find a cave, get some more marrow bulb, and then we'll turn that quest in. So I'll be right back again. Hey guys, I'm back for a quick second. Remember that I said in the cave, you have these stalagmites and stalactites, and they are usually cobalt. But sometimes they are actually made from another material, even though they look identical. And it took me a little while to find one, but here is one that is platinum. And it's that same stalagmite. It's handy. It's not worth really hunting for, because you would spend or waste a lot of time. But I just wanted to show you that maybe now makes sense. Maybe my statement wasn't really clear, but yeah. Some of these are actually... There's another one that's actually silver. The fastest way to do it, if you want to look for it, because it takes a little while to update. They did improve that actually with this patch. Because normally when you hover over it with your beam, it takes a little while. But what I do is I simply go from left to right, and I look at... See cobalt everywhere. Anything else has a different color underneath, so that's a really fast way to find it. I will be right back again, guys. Okay, we got our items. Let's turn them in at the scientist. Okay. He's worried that his people have abandoned him. He is no longer in contact with the Corvax convergence. So he gives us these blueprints, so we can craft those. He wants us to go to a transmission tower. Okay, so he wants me to remove his core and then go to a transmission tower. No problem. Let me take your brain out. And we'll go to that tower. Alright, we arrived at the building. Let's do the formalities of making sure that we know this sector. Good stuff. So it wants us to go in there, I think. No problem. Door's already nice open for us. There's a terminal. Anything else I can loot here? Oh. Always got the free nanites. 51. That's not bad, really. Anything else of interest here? Not really. Okay. So we put his core in there. Anomaly involvement detected. So they want to quarantine that Corvax science unit. It's all gibberish to me, to be honest. Yep. So they're going to reset it, it seems like. Whole bunch of errors. Okay. Great. Return to the scientist. So we're back at the scientist where we're going to turn that core in, or the quest in. I think we're going to give him the core back that has been reset, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, reinsert core. He's booting up. Oh, he's rebooting. Takes 1.5 hours. In the meantime, we can talk to this guy, because he should be happy with the fact that we have a scientist now, so he's going to give us the next follow-up. He's worried about the violence and the fact that we're going to get attacked. He wants a couple of microprocessors. And then he can create a weapon terminal where we can then hire another staff member. I think I have those already on me, those microprocessors. There you go. And now we can make that weapon terminal. And he wants me to kill some sentinels, because that's how you get the pucnium that you need in order to craft a weapons terminal. I will also expand this a little bit. Make sure we have room for that new staff member. I will skip right over that and I will be right back. The people that watched the earlier episodes, they know that I had still the location of an ancient ruin that I never followed up on. In this case it comes in super handy, because an ancient rune not only gives you an ancient artifact that might be worth quite a lot of credits units, but also on top of that there's a very nice way to summon some sentinels that we need for the pucnium. So I figured this would be a nice time to show that and visit that location. So there's usually something similar to a treasure chest buried here. In order to open the treasure chest, you need to gather a bunch of artifact fragments. You need 3 of those to open one chest. And in most cases, there's only one chest per ancient ruin, so to speak. I'm pretty sure that I've had one occasion where there was 2, but maybe that's just my imagination, because I've only had that once. So first, we're gonna go get the fragments, if I can actually loot it. I'll be behind this wall here. We got 1. Okay. You just blow your way in. That's number 2. We need 1 more. Alright, now we have to find the chest. There it is. Then we apply the 3 keys. And sometimes you get something really valuable. Sometimes you basically get something that is not that valuable. I can double check. I don't think there's another... No, because that's the same one as that. No, I only see 1. So the way that we can summon the sentinels here is by picking up a gravitino ball. One way to do that is by digging. Another way, which is easier, is actually by going up here. There's always one up there. In the meantime, I'm going to change to our weapon. We have a bolt caster that we're going to use to kill some... Oh, did I really do that? Okay. That we can use to kill the sentinels. So let's go. Here they're coming. Always go for the repair guy. And they decide to summon a dog right away. Which is kind of a pain in the butt, Sentinel. It's reloading. You kind of have to be careful here. And you want to loot those green balls. Besides the fact that they give you a couple of nanites, I think it's like between 5 and 10. They can also give you salvage glass, that can have a nice item in it. You're probably wondering why I keep messing with these sentinels. The moment you feel that you have enough of it, you can just run off and they will reset. They will stop bugging you if they lose track of you. Because right now in the right top corner, you see that they're searching for me, they lost track of me. The dog doesn't, but the little ones do. And as soon as that hits 0, then they reset and they will stop being aggressive towards me. So it's an easy way to farm sentinels. You just have to kind of be careful. I'm not sure how many Pucknim we got. So I'll just run off so I can check my bags. Okay, so now they reset, even the dog stops. Let's see what we got. 142, we'll open this. We get a gem and some sentinel weapon shard. I want some more Pucknim though. I don't see the little sentinels anymore. That's strange. Well, I could shoot at the dog, but the dog is way trickier. So I can, of course, dig up another Gravitino ball. That works too. Where's that thing at? Just want to make sure you have a way out. Because the moment you pick it up, they are coming. It can be tricky in the beginning because in the beginning you really have not much of a shield, not much health. Where did the dog go? There he is, okay. But we're gonna repairing. They will get more and more difficult as the game progresses. Whoop. Yep, he can charge. It's gonna be a real pain. I thought he dropped the green ball, I don't see it. Okay, so now he's all by himself, I think. No, it still says that there's other sentinels. But you don't want to mess with him as long as there's a repair bot around. And the best way to hit him is by aiming at his legs. Wow, that was actually pretty easy, to be honest. Normally they're very tough. So, there's going to be some reinforcements. Jumping into the spaceship does not solve that normally, because they will immediately launch, as you can see, interceptors, which is awesome. I'm not sure what kind of weapons we have on this. Photo cannon. They will keep coming, by the way, so I can kill a couple. I'm not sure if we have actually done that in the game yet. Because they will keep coming. More and more. More experience, more dangerous. Fighting is awesome. I really like it. It's also because I think they made it really easy. Because in most cases the ship will, in a way, automatically steer towards the enemy pilots. At least that's my impression. So sometimes you have to recharge your shield. There's 2 left. You can see that in the right bottom corner. Yeah, I think sometimes it clearly steers towards that ship. I mean, I wish I could take all the credit for that, but I'm not the Red Baron. I'm not that good. Oh, see, it steered right back there. You do have to steer with it, and you kind of have to figure out where they're going, but in a way, and I think that actually disappears later as the game progresses, that it gets more difficult, and you have to do more yourself. But that was it. But now they're just gonna send reinforcements, and that will keep going and going and going until you basically escape. I don't want to do that. I want the shields. Okay, there we go. So now we wait until the pulse engine is available, and then we can get out and go back to our base. So we turned the Pacnium in. We can now build that weapons terminal. I'm going to put it in the corner here. The next episode we're going to find it's a Viking who's going to be our weapons expert, and he's going to train us and send us on missions there. All these guys are constantly sending us on missions. So there's a follow-up for the scientist, a follow-up for the overseer. The overseer right now is basically expanding our base, so he will tell us to get more and more staff, which is awesome. And I will leave that for the next episode. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day.